Hey everyone, welcome back. And I was just coming back to kind of check up on all you guys to see how you're doing during this time in our history. We are all, I don't know about you, but we have all been pretty much quarantined. We are asked to stay at home. I am one of the fortunate people who have been asked to, I can still work at home. So, how are all you guys doing? And I hope you guys are well. And I wanted to come on and I wanted to be able to do a reading with you guys. Now, I have three decks here, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to read about. I know the situation that we're dealing with is a global situation. And right now, all non essentials, people who are non essential, should be staying at home so that you don't spread the coronavirus any further than it already is, or to prevent yourself from getting it to keep yourself and your family safe. The people that are expected to be out there are obviously our healers. These are the people who are on the front lines who are diligently working to save people's lives, and hopefully in the process, they don't get ill themselves. Other people are providers who are dealing with our food chain and trying to make sure that all the essentials, because the populace does need to be fed. So those people are also on the front lines as well. And I hope they all stay safe. Now, I know that we all are supposed to be doing social distancing and keeping ourselves, separated from other people. But, if you've noticed, when you go to the grocery store to get some food, there's a lot of people there. So the social distancing is not as, prevalent. So please take care of yourself when dealing with that. So I have three decks here. I really honestly don't know which deck I'm going to use at this second. I have my retrospective tarot, which is my standard traditional tarot deck that you've seen me use quite a few times. I also have my spirit animal deck, which is an oracle deck, which is a very good support deck. And then I have my dreams of Gaia deck, and this deck I've decided to pull out. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think this is the deck that I'm probably going to use, because this deck, although it is built like a tarot deck, it is the whole underlying the whole foundation of this deck is based on tarot. There is a structure, but it's not based on any of the established systems like the Rider-Waite-Smith, the Marseille, Toth. This is its own system. And this deck is pretty much what I would consider a deck that, to me, is more aligned with like universal law. It's more aligned to law of attraction. It is more about how you interact with yourself and the energies in your immediate environment and the energies that are presented to you. So that's why I really like this deck. This deck is normally my personal deck, and I usually don't read it for anybody else but myself. But I think with the situation that's going on now, maybe it can give us some advice. This deck for me, the dreams of Gaia, is not a predictive deck. It doesn't predict the future, but it doesn't really predict anything, but it presents you energies that are surrounding you and then helping you come to understanding about those energies and maybe how you're relating to it, and then how you can work with those energies to help you get through the situation. So that's why I'm thinking of that. There are also a bunch of, you notice all my stones here. I actually have these stones picked out for a specific reason. Instead of a generator stone, I have my sphere. This is a rose quartz sphere. And this sphere is really good for spreading energy, and it's a rose quartz, so it's love. So it's to be supportive love energy. I have a rhodochrosite right here. It's pretty beautiful. You can see the actual structure and how it's made, right? It's gorgeous. This is about self-love, about self-forgiveness, this stone. It's a beautiful stone. It's not necessarily the easiest stone to retrieve, but it would be something like that. If you want a stone that's more easier, you can probably get a rhodochrosite, which is right here. All right. A rhodochrosite is a very strong healing stone. It's a mix of, like, the tourmaline, the protective grounding stone, with the pink rhodochrosite, which is the healing and self acceptance, and for self forgiveness. So if you cannot find yourself one of these stones, you can use this stone as well. Obviously, I have my black tourmaline, which is grounding and protective. I have pink calcite. This one is one of my favorites because it looks like a mountain landscape in this one. But it's also the same thing. It's a stone of love and taking care of yourself as well, right? So there's other stones here. There's some Larimar, which is good for the emotions that you're dealing with. You have the moonstone with the cycle that we are going through. We have the fluorite, which is actually a healing stone, and it's also one for helping to organize thought. I also have an amber. It's a gorgeous stone. This amber also is a very warm stone. It's warm, enveloping, comforting, earthy, grounding stone. But it's also, I don't know, I just really like it. I just picked it up because I just felt like I needed it here in this thing. And then we also have some carnelian here. This is banded carnelian. Okay. And the banded carnelian is is creativity. Since we are kind of holed up at home right now, carnelian creativity. This is a time to give birth to creativity. Find a craft, something to do in order for you to, keep yourself occupied while you're at home. If you have children, teach them crafts, learn a craft, do whatever, become creative. This is a prime time to become creative, to be able to utilize that creative energy that we all naturally have, okay? I also have labradorite, and this is one of my favorite pieces. See that blue flashing? And this is the magician stone. It's the manifestation stone. It's also a protective stone of the aura energy. So just to give you guys an update on what all that is. So, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to read about. I definitely know and maybe I'll do a couple spreads here. We'll see. But what I want to do is I just want to see if there's any sort of advice while we're going through it. This is why I'm going to do the Dreams of Gaia spread. Or not a Dreams of Gaia spread, but I'm going to do a Dreams of, and use this deck. So what I'm going to try to tap into is any sort of advice, any sort of things. How are we dealing with the coronavirus? We are dealing with this as a world. This is global. National boundaries, this thing doesn't pay attention to any national boundaries. It is global. Everybody is dealing with it. Some countries are hit harder than others. The United States is beginning to feel its effects strongly, that we have mandatory, some states are making the isolation things pretty mandatory. Other states are suggesting it. They have closed no gatherings. So the entertainment industry has come to a crawl. Travel industry is coming to a crawl. A lot of things are being strongly affected. Some people, unfortunately, are not able to work, so they're concerned about what sort of pay they will be receiving. Other people are fortunate enough to work. We're just in a situation where it needs everybody to come together and to keep themselves isolated for the time being, and so that we can move through this and this virus goes away as quickly as possible so that we can get back on with life. Now, how will life be afterwards? I'm not sure. So, like I said, I'm not sure how this is going to. We'll just see what the cards say. All right. So this is the Dreams of Gaia. Let us ask about this pandemic. Well, now that I'm isolated, I might be able to do a few more videos in between doing my work. My kids are concerned. They're seniors. So now it's like, no, we don't know anything about their graduation, if it's postponed, their senior trips. It's kind of a hard time for them to be a senior. But we just got to roll with the punches. All right. These are really big cards. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, I guess you're coming out because you're popped out. All right. So this is the Six of Water. And this girl is, and if you think about this, this is in some ways like the Six of Coins, okay? It is about giving and sharing, okay? But this is a Six of Water. Water is about emotions. This is about giving. So a lot of, when I look at this card, I'm going to associate with the idea that we are sitting with an emotional situation. It is about emotionally sharing, being emotionally empathetic towards the situation of others, okay? It's about sharing of yourself, giving of yourself, okay? And what can we do that's best for that, what you can do that would be best to help others around you? And that is by sharing your empathy and your understanding towards other people. It is also understanding that staying home is actually helping others. It is about understanding that those who are essential, like our healthcare providers, who are on the front line, the health workers, our healers, who are on the front line, who are battling this, as well as those people who are also, in our production to make sure that we all have our essentials taken care of. It's about sharing, taking care of one another, being empathetic towards other people. Don't be, apathetic. Don't be, uncaring by the simple fact that, if people, when you start hearing about it, don't minimize the situation that we are currently experiencing on a global level. So understand where it is, be educated, be aware, but be mindful about what you are doing and how it is affecting others around you. Be caring and giving with your energy to help others and being supportive to others. It is, but to don't over give too much of yourself. Be able to, take care of yourself too. So this is the balance of the six, okay? There's a balance in here. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. That is where this will benefit most of us, okay? So this is the Queen of Water. So this is a very emotional time, okay? So the water is an element of emotions, okay? The cups for the traditional Rider-Waite is on emotions. So the Queen of Water, which would be the Queen of Cups, she is emotionally supportive. Like I said, and that kind of would match up with the emotional support with this. So we have two water cards here. The Queen of Waters is to support us. She is asking us to be mindful, keep our emotions under control. Don't allow them to go, emotions are going to break. So there might be a lot of, when you're seeing this in kind of a reverse situation, is a lot of people can be emotionally irrational. But since this is also a female energy, this is a passive energy, is not active. So it is time for us to be emotionally supportive at the home. Okay. And when you're dealing with a king energy or a male energy, you are more active energy, which means you're going out and actually doing something. Okay. But we have a Queen of Water, and she is asking to be emotionally supportive of ourselves. It could also be that there is a person in your life who is very emotionally supportive. If you are not feeling emotionally supported, there is somebody in your life that will help keep you stable and steady. So there could be somebody in your life that's helping you right at this moment in time, or you could be that person giving out emotional support. So the emotional support is that keeping it under control, because when things are feeling chaotic and things are not feeling so like you're not getting the proper information, and it can make you anxiety ridden, it can make you fearful, there would be probably somebody within your life who's got this queen energy, who is very nurturing, very caring, and very supportive in trying to help keep you calm as you move through it, or you are that person that is helping others stay calm. Okay, that is also would match with the 6 here of the balancing of giving and taking. Okay, so, and then we have the Queen of Fire, and this is really cool. Actually, she's the Queen of Fire. The Queen of Fire is this very radiant and happy energy. Okay. She knows how to get things done. She's not afraid to go out and get things and get it moving. She knows how to corral and gather things around. So while you'll have somebody who could be very supportive, you have somebody who's very, very, influential. These people can help inspire things to do things. And this was something that I've definitely been noticing. It's like I said earlier in this video, it's creative time. She's also creative energy. Fire is creative energy. So therefore, perhaps is a good time at the home, because this is more, like I said, it's more passive, is to create something, learn a craft, learn something, learn a new skill while you're at home. You could write, you can, knit, you can crochet, you can draw, you can paint, you can even do woodworking, do machining, whatever is creative, something, cooking, anything you can learn a new skill. Bring out the creative side within you. This is what the Queen asks of you. She is encouraging you that now is the time to be creative, to allow that natural creative energy of the part of who we are is natural creators, mini creators. Go ahead and create it. All right. So that is that. So let's find what's above. Okay, the Sensual. The Sensual, this is an earth sign. All right, and this is the loyal dog. This is in a regular tarot deck. Okay, he will be your page. Okay, is he the page? No, he's not the page. This would be the knight. Sorry, this would be the knight. So this would be the Knight of Pentacles if you were actually looking at it and relating to the regular Rider-Waite Smith decks, okay? But he is essential. What is he? He's the counsel to the king and the queen, okay? So here we have this guy who is counsel, who is trusted. He's the trusted counsel, the trusted information and stuff. So we are looking for trusted information in order to help us move forward. So we are right now looking towards the people that is in our news, our leaders, for proper information, trusted information, okay? So the underlying factor is that that's what we're looking for. So when you are looking for information out there, you need to find information that is true source, because not everybody is having that. So that would be the underlying factor within this. So we have the two queens asking us to be creative with the time that we have, to manage our time we have, emotional support, be empathetic towards the plight that the world is currently going through. Balance that information with sharing your energy. Do your part in making sure that the whole is well. Looking for information that is sound and true, okay? It is loyal to the idea of getting us better. So we have one more card here. And then we have the Seven of Fire. So here we got the creative energy moving forward. This is the manifesting, the blending of energy and creative something new. So I really feel that probably what this whole little miniature spread is about managing our time. Bring something productive from the time you are spending right now at home, okay? We still need to look for reliable information. That's what we search for. But we are asked to be creative and to be emotionally empathic and empathetic towards the situation that the world is going through, but use the time to be creative, to take that time and actually become productive, okay? So that's what we have for that right now. So let's do this. I am going to see if we can't pull some cards here for the thing from the animal support deck. So it seems to me, let's try to use our time productively and wisely while we are still here. So even though that the world may be at a standstill in the normal sense, it is a great time for bringing creativity, bringing the part of us who we naturally are to be creative to the forefront and start nurturing that while we have the time. So it's not to be sitting idle. It is not to sit and being sad or frustrated or scared. Occupy your time with something creative and productive for you, okay? So let's see here. Let's pull some cards here. Hello, don't take those cards. Come back. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what it says. It says, be fearless and bold. Surrender now, and sweet results await. All right. So be fearless and bold. So here we are, the support cards that will work with this particular reading. So this reading is pretty much telling us to become creative, use the time wisely to do things that you otherwise would not do at home. Find something creative to do, something creative to create. Learn a new skill. Be fearless and bold about learning that. You know, there's not much we can do about the situation at hand right now. The world is in crisis, and the world is being asked. Every single person around the globe is being asked to be a part of the solution. So surrender now means to don't necessarily go against the flow. Go with what's right. If we want this over as quickly as possible, everybody takes actions that are necessary, then we should be able to move through this quickly. The sweet results await is pretty much that if we put the efforts into it now, things are changing. When I see the sweet results await, I almost immediately brought into the idea that because all the activity of the normal hustle and bustle that we have always experienced for many years now has come to a halt and come to a slowdown. Things are frightening right now. People are scared. People are getting sick. Others are asked to quarantine for the good of the others, for the good of the whole. But you notice there's some things that are happening. The pollution that was plaguing some cities has cleared. The waters in Italy have cleared, and you can now see fish. The water is still clear. There is a purification thing going on. So if we just be mindful when we come out of all of this, we're going to see some benefits that have occurred as the earth has cleansed herself, as she is working through cleansing herself. But our thing is what are we going to do? Are we going to just immediately destroy her again? Or are we going to say, look, if we have to now be more mindful about how we take care of the earth, because apparently she just put us all in timeout and we have to think about what we did. So, all right. I hope this is helpful information for you. I think what I'll do is I'll just come back and let's just talk about how to make things better in our lives. I mean, there's a lot of political stuff that really is not, in my opinion, is not about, we're not really should be focusing too heavily on that. We need to be focusing on how we can all heal as a globe, as a global economy, as a global people, as a citizen of this earth, and how we can move forward. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.